Hi Espers, 5th game review for this month of December. Hopefully you've had a splendid Christmas, New Year na ang sunod. For Legendary Hoplite, you won't believe I already spent 4 hours accumulated playing this game. 1 hour and 30 minutes during the first build, pero unfortunately nabura yung data natin doon once we've reinstalled the game using the launcher. And then currently palapit na tayo ng 2 hours during our second playtest. Let's add some more minutes to that as I demonstrate to you 2 stages in this wonderful game. I failed to mention, Espers, that waves of undead or enemies here in this game is quite lengthy, kaya naman when you see the upper right hand side yung indicator sa bilog doon na biglang nag-jump, that is to keep you from getting bored, and ikakat ko na lang dun sa mga ma-action na portion. Bago ang lahat, let me show you my loadout. Right here sa my lower right hand side, meron nga pala kayong 4 pieces of equipment. You have the helmet, spear for your range attack, sword, and then meron rin kayong shield. For my helmet, we have the Warcry as its active skill. This one's overpowered in my opinion as it lets us roar all throughout the battlefield and fierce enemies for 5 seconds. This is good if you want to somewhat recover our stamina in the middle of a wave, lalo na kung may mini boss doon. For our spear, ang pang range attack natin, penetrating spear ang active skill nito. I chose this since it deals 265% damage in a straight line. Sure deads ang mga andon except yung mga malalaking kalaban. True damage to, pero ang downside is 25 seconds ang cooldown, tapos 60 ang bawas sa stamina natin. For other pieces of equipment, Espers, meron rin siyang katulad na skill tulad itong Warcry, pero makita nyo naman yung cooldown niya is at 90 seconds as compared to this one na 2 seconds lang. Next up sa ating sword naman, kaka-equip ko lang nito from our last fight, so titignan natin how it works. Lastly, maririnig ninyo ang shield ni Captain America with our shield throw skill, 8 seconds cooldown, 35 stamina cost. May minista na tayo and pwede natin tong gamitin pang micro ng kalaban. Again, this is not your typical tower defense game. This has the element of RPG game as well. Kaya hindi siya ganun ka-simple, but we do love a challenge. Let's go and upgrade our leadership since ito na lang yung hindi pa natin na-upgrade. It will surely benefit us in the upcoming match. Gold is also hard to come by sa game na to, Espers. Ang na-upgrade ko palang once is yung phalanx natin by increasing its agility, and syempre combat point nito is nag-increase from 100 to 110. So let's try repeating a stage first, Espers, before tayo mag-proceed dito. Mukhang mini boss to. May mga kalaban tayong commander. Dito muna tayo sa may previous na fight, and let's start the battle. Area niya is level 3. Wave 1, Espers, and makita nyo sa may lower left hand side din yung stamina natin. With each attack, mabawasan sa stamina natin. And ayun nga pala yung skill ng spear natin, and we already deployed our first wave of phalanx. Here's our shield throw to keep enemies at bay, and may mini stun nga yan. Let's try our W skill. Oh, sobrang lapit na lang. And if a skill is not yet ready, syempre, aalma si Dio. And sabi ko nga kanina, you will be regenerating your stamina pag hindi kayo gumalaw for 4 seconds. So, our fear skill is actually useful. Hindi ako pala gamit nung, ano ba to, yung parang shield natin at skill number 3. Since I'm not finding a lot of use case dito, pag nagplant tayo niyan, hindi makaka-atake yung phalanx natin dun sa may harap nun. Let's actually plant our first archer tower. Puno na ulit yung stamina natin. We can plant another one right here. Isa yun sa mga pinakakalaban natin, Espers, would be the fire archers. Parang medyo mali tayo doon, pero we'll see. We are clearing enemies fast with what we have right now. More archers here. Alright, and when you click on this, pagkatapos ng isang wave, you can actually gain lots of combat points. Diyan na makikita yung gagamitin natin na fear. Since mahirap kalaban tong Cyclops natin. Fear one more time, and ang stamina lang natin is 80. Come on, die, my friend. Please? Anytime now. Anytime now. We will actually rest for 4 seconds. Wait now. Medyo masakit pa yung mga kalaban natin. Here comes our next wave of enemies. Actually, part pa rin siya ng wave 4 pala. Sa linya, shield ni Captain America. Uy, namatay yung ano natin, unit natin dun. Baka naman gusto mo lang patayin yan, Archer. Isa na lang yan, oh. And our phalanx will survive, kind of. Let's proceed to our 5th wave. Ang bilis mag-spawn ng enemies. They already fully spawned, no? For our 10th wave. No sweat since hindi na sila makapag-press forward. Wala na tayong mapag-deploy nito. Let's just put more phalanxes here. Hindi natin nagamit yung barrel natin as well. Since this has a limited range na dito lang talaga sila makakatama. Pero AOE naman on one lane. And we are good to go. Wala tayong paglalagyan ng phalanxes natin. We are overcrowded. Para tong 300, no? Leonidas. Last wave tayo, Espers. Kaya natin to. We are going to upgrade our archer when we get out of here and go back to our town. I'm guessing they will spawn some sort of yung cavalry anytime now. Anytime now. We are waiting for some good enemy. Looks like we killed the mobs faster than they anticipated. And ayan, may Cyclops na tayo dito. Let's actually prioritize that. Yan yung ginagawa natin most of the time. Since it hits hard. Pero may sira dito, Espers, yung S key ninyo. Since that's the button that you need to press to go and attack with your spear. Huwag lang siya lalapit. Let's fear that one more time. Ayun yung pinaka-OP sa helmet natin, Espers, kaya ayaw ko siyang palitan. You have a low cooldown fear which doesn't let the enemies go near you. Very tricky kung tayo yung kalaban. Medyo weird since our music doesn't loop forever. Maririnig nyo pala yung parang pause niya at some stages. And we are going to counter that with our fear. Yan sinasabi ko, 4 na kalaban. 4 na cavalry, galit na sila. And pag sumobrang baba na nga pala, Espers, yung stamina nyo, you would hit lower than you would used to. So you have to be mindful of that as well. Pero malapit naman na matapos. Let our troop do the rest of the fighting for us. And you will be able to see your skills on the lower left-hand side. Spear, sword, shield, and helm. Stamina as well. You have the phalanx, yung nagbabato ng beer. Pero very limited lang yung range niyan. And ito, hindi natin madedeploy yan. It's just a shield. Can you imagine yung walnut or tall nut sa may Plants vs. Zombies? Very similar siya doon. And lastly, you have your archer. We gain 10,000 EXP. Sadly, passive yung bigay ng super light spear, so I don't want that. We will be actually keeping our war cry kahit may this active skill, Storm of Arrows, looks interesting for us. And then we finally received a rare item, pero sadly, empower yung skill niyan. Let's go back to our town. Can you imagine, 15 minutes na kagad ang isa palang laban dito sa may legendary Hoplite. One of the things I want to improve siguro or isasuggest ko when you go back sa may mapa natin, sana dito na tayo pupunta. Pero kasi after a fight, babalik talaga tayo sa may town natin, wherein dito is Barak 1. This is our next fight, pero we are going to upgrade our archer first since we have the money or the gold mula to do so. So nag-increase yung attack speed ng archers natin in range, pero ang cost niyan from 120 plus 10 yan at 130. Let's go and battle our commander in red. Yada yada, let's go. Double attacks, wow, yung enemy. Grabe naman yung mga lumalabas na kalaban. Dami kaagad. Nalugian yung troops natin dito. It's kind of weird, no? Na yung mga waves of enemies pagdating sa dulo, it's kind of lame. Oh. And ironically, I was the one who went through life and death with your father, si Ajax. In every fight in Troy, now I have to fight his son. Hey! Perhaps you are mistaken, the father was a herder who had never been to war for a day. You're exactly like your father, appearance, mannerisms, and voice. My father and I have nothing in common, as you say. Let the sword do the talking. Let's go. Apektado kaya ito ng fear? Mukhang hindi in-explain sa... Oh, yun! Oh no.
I'm not ready.
Imagine papatahimik tayo na to ah. Let's push them back first. Degenerate our stamina. Hirap-hirap pa. Die guy, die. Stamina natin.
Not now. You have no place here.
Move back. Guys, baka naman pwede nyo patayin, no? Hard fight, ah. Dito pa natin, uy, bakit naman nagpatong yung victory screen and yung conversation namin ni Ajax. Kalma lang tayo dun, ah. Your father would have been very proud of you. And so am I. Parang walang ideas Dio sa father niya. There will be no red flowers that have grown this time. Uy, medyo pwede pa tayo gumalaw, ah. Wait lang, may kalaban pa doon natira. There you go. Go troops. We received more weapons than we expected, no? Nabubulol tayo doon. It was actually an insane fight to go through. Medyo namawis yung kilikili natin. And syempre nagkamuscle na yung middle finger natin. But that's legendary Hoplite nga pala, espers. Whoa. Wait a minute. Bakit meron pang waves of enemies? Go troops. Kaya nyo yan? What's happening? Mainit yung mga undead natin, no? I fell in love with this game, espers, just like how I fell for Plants vs. Zombies when it released. Yung number 1, ha? Hindi yung sequel nun. CRT pa yung monitor namin nun and I really wanted to finish that game. Similar with this one, it has lots of content already and the undead don't stop attacking dito sa may mini boss na to. And we actually have to report this to our developers since that's just what we do. Be sure to check out G.Round Hero Season 3 espers as it runs until the month of February. Kaya mo yan, skeleton na archer. We have exciting prizes to give out. I mean, they have exciting prizes to give out since kasala rin ako sa contest na yun. Be sure to leave your feedback on the games that you will try out. But I do highly recommend this game, espers. So laruin nyo na to before your Christmas break ends. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you for our last game review this month of December. Try natin ihabol yan as we only have a few days left bago mag-end tong year na to. Stay safe, espers, and have a good rest.